Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about NZDUSD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first, I will be covering the technical aspect of this market, which is quite interesting. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, we will be putting together these two different types of analysis to try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality, free trading education. So without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is testing quite important structure. In fact, this area was acting as previous support here, preceding this rejection to the upside. Then the market broke below the level and that previous support was turned resistance here. Now the market has broken back above the zone. So this previous resistance is now turned support. And what we could expect in a situation like this is a potential rejection to the upside to be created away from this level. We can also notice that from a pattern standpoint, we have a very clear impulse followed by a correction. And in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg. And if we do that, we can see how we have the 50% and 0.618 Fibonacci retracements lining up perfectly with this previous resistance turned support, creating therefore confluence of support at this level that we could in fact expect this market to reject to the upside. So from a monthly standpoint, it is quite clear how the market is testing confluence of support, and there is good probability of getting a potential rejection to the upside to be created away from this confluence of support area. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, from a weekly perspective, there is quite important structure that can be identified at this area as well. In fact, this zone was acting as previous support here, again support, then the market broke below the level. The previous support was turned resistance and respected as resistance all across the zone. Then we had the break back above, and all this previous resistance was once again turned support. And we can see how the market is just testing it right now, and we could expect yet another rejection to the upside to be created away from this quite strong historical structure level for this market. Now, keeping in mind that this is also confluence of support from a monthly perspective, there is good probability of getting more institutional longing of NZDUSD inside of a confluence of support area, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from this level. Now, dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Well, from a daily perspective, before we dig deeper into the technicals, first, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing. Now, first of all, we have to keep in mind that if we're checking the data for the NZD, we're actually already checking NZDUSD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And what we can see here is that institutions with the last reports went from having a negative net positioning of minus 19.6k net positions with way more shorts than longs, so 29.7k shorts compared to only 10.1k longs, all the way up to now having a positive net positioning of plus 10k net positions with way more longs than shorts, 23.9k longs compared to only 13.8k shorts. So NZDUSD is getting much stronger, and we can also see another 4.1k longs added with the last report. Now, as NZDUSD is getting much stronger in a situation like this, what could we expect? Well, we could expect even more institutional longing if the structure of NZDUSD moves back to the bullish side, and that would only happen if we get a break back above this previous high, because this is currently the previous high, so acting as resistance. If the market will manage to break above this resistance, that is where after a break on the retest of the previous resistance turn support, we have good probability of getting even more institutional longing, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from that zone. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure to join my free Telegram channel, which you find both on the screen and linked in the description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the analysis. As I was saying, if we get the break on the retest, this is where we have good probabilities of getting more institutional longing that could fuel a potential push higher. So what would I expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to a bullish market, at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential push higher, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked both in the description and on the main page of my YouTube channel. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to the most complete all-inclusive mentorship program that I have created for you. As soon as you open the website, you will see this video breaking down everything included in the mentorship program. And in the program, you have the possibility to gain access to all my courses and also to the software, so the COT data software, which is exactly the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software with Telegram signals integration, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, so you will have my personal contact. And if you continue to scroll down on the website, you will see that directly from the website, you will have the possibility to register and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the registration process. So at least I suggest that you go and check it out right now. The link is both in description and in the main page of my YouTube channel, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Also, if you have any suggestions on any topics or pairs that you would like me to cover in the next videos, make sure to drop them in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video.